My name is Agung Prabowo. I'm one of the founder of The Old Man in Hong Kong and also Singapore. I'm originally from Indonesia, from Jakarta, born and raised in Jakarta. And when the first time I worked in the bar, I was 18 years basically. So I start my career from busboy, from cleaning up the glass, working the restaurant. And then one of the time that I saw the bartender in that restaurant, in the cafe, and I saw that this guy is actually like super attentive, and then in that bar is only one bartender, so he served like 12 people in front of him. He making a drinks, he entertaining the guests, making cocktails, and also doing the billing, cleaning up the glass, So basically only himself. So I was thinking myself like, oh, I want to become like this guy. He's just one man show, right? So then I asked my supervisor, can I just move the bar? So finally, like after 3 months, he allowed me to go behind the bar, but not making drink. I was like start my working behind the bars as a barback. I just like cleaning up the glass for 6 months. Yeah. So then I start making gin and tonic, vodka soda. So then until now, and I moved to Hong Kong like 2005, and I start working in landmark Mandarin Oriental, and then working in the Shangri-La Hotel, in the Lobster Bar, and back to Mandarin, and then finally opening our own place. The bar is actually tribute to Ernest Hemingway. The bar name is The Old Man, came from his famous book, The Old Man and the Sea. The book is about faith, determination, never give up to catch the big fish. So basically, the old man, the fisherman, is struggling 84 days back and forth to the ocean, and then he just want to prove it to the fishing village that I'm the old man, but I can catch the big fish. So the book is kind of like remind three of us, or maybe it's like all bartender around the world, working this industry. You have like, sometimes you have a good time, bad time, fighting with your boss, fighting with your wife, arguing with your girlfriend, another girlfriend, But initial goal for us as a bartender, we want to open our own place. So the Old Man Bar is actually the big fish in that book. So here we are, and the cocktail is actually named after Hemingway's book. So we have like 10 cocktails. So every book, basically when Hemingway writing the book, he need to get drunk. He's an alcoholic, and then every book he wrote, he drink particular cocktail or drinks back in the days. So all the story about the Hemingway, all the story about the book, and then we put it in a one glass, or it become a cocktail. When we opened this bar, we thought that about like, okay, what kind of cocktail that we want to present to the market. So we realized that the bar is beautiful actually. To be honest with you, the bar is beautiful. So if I'm like creating only just classic cocktail, it's not really balanced with the place. So let's do something crazy. Let's do something like out of boundary. Let's do something like different than others. So that's element of the culinary technique, and then using like a lot of like laboratory gadget. I think is make us different, in the market as well. By doing so, is actually we kind of like enhancing the flavor. Our presentation is very straightforward, very simple, but we believe good cocktail is about the complexity, balance on the drinks. That's how we do our cocktail. Actually, just only for preparation room actually, yeah. So because due to the our cocktail concept. So we need to have like one lab because our body is very small. So we cannot do preparation here. However, we rent other place just like 100 meter down below, and we prepare everything over there. So there is a two liquid chef who prepare every day. So basically they came like around 10 to 11 o'clock, and then they do some preparation until like 4:30. So after all the cocktail or the ingredient done, they sip it here and then ready for operational. We have like 10 cocktails. I'm sure that you cannot miss all the cocktails because the cocktail that we have here is very different, very unusual. So if I would suggest from one of the cocktails, there is a very delicious drink called a movable fish. This is actually one of the book of Hemingway, when Hemingway used to live in Paris, and back in the days Hemingway used to drink Bloody Mary. So we kind of like creating like different kind of Bloody Mary style, clear color, and yeah, it's basically beautiful. You have to try this one. You cannot be missed.